Hi everyone, it's Diane Evans with stampinwithdiane.com. I'm an independent Canadian Stampin' Up demonstrator here in the interior of British Columbia. So welcome to my YouTube channel or my Facebook page or group. I really do appreciate it. It's something, it always amazes me at how many people do support me. And like I say, you can't ask for that kind of support, and I truly do appreciate you. All right, you guys, so it's Technique Tuesday. Oh my goodness, this is so fun. I love it when I can go on live and I can show you a technique. Maybe it's a new technique to you. And it's funny, when I started doing this, I thought I'd already done this technique, and it's a technique that I did probably 8, 9, 10 years ago with my regular club group. And so consequently, I haven't really seen, like I say, I thought I had done it, but obviously I hadn't, so no big deal. All right, so we are going to do a technique, hello Judy, today with a bit of a twist on it, because like I say, I thought I'd already shown you this. So this is called the positively negative technique. It's been around for years and years and years, and it's just something that I really hope that you will enjoy doing this and you'll give it a try. And remember, I do talk with different people as we go through this. If you don't like that, you can just scoot on by those parts. But it's because of those people that I love being here. Hello, Lila, as well. All right, so let's go down to my desktop here. And here's our technique. Now, remember, I always post this at 9:05 Pacific time on my Facebook group. The link is not here, but if you are in my Facebook group, it will be there at 9:05. I will put the links to this after this stream. For some reason, with this new computer, I can't seem to copy and paste from Word, but I can do it with my other computer, so I'll just go ahead and do that. Now, I am going to use, this is an online exclusive, and this is the Magnolia Mood, and I thought this would be a perfect stamp to do it. I hope it works, and I'm sure it will work. But it's got a little bit of embossing, some embossing and some not embossing. But it's a great technique if you have, and you will have enough supplies by doing this particular technique to make 2 cards that will be the opposites. And of course, we have to go in black and white, right? In this particular one, we have to do black and white. Okay, so hello, Debbie. Oh my goodness, haven't seen you in a long time. Okay, so what you want to do is you want to cut 2 pieces of cardstock that are the same size. Now, I happen to want to do this in I'm doing this in black and white, and these pieces are 3 3/4 by 5 inches. So, and I am going to be using a retired product, but it doesn't mean that you can't use something if you've already got it. And it's a Stamparatus. And yes, the Stamparatus has retired. However, you can use any stamp positioner. I love this thing, so I can't see a reason why I would want to even try to even change it. So I have it all set up with the Magnolia Mood stamp set, and it's this one that I'm using. I can go ahead and use this one on the inside of my card, but I'm thinking, and I probably will do that for part of the decoration on the inside, but I want to use this one, and you're going to see the reason why. You want an image that's fairly big, but I didn't want it overwhelming on here. So one of the biggest things to do when you're doing any sort of embossing is the embossing buddy. It comes with the tray that we have. It comes with the brush. It has the tweezers as well, but we're not going to need any of that other stuff. And I am loading up this piece of basic black with this embossing buddy, which is an anti-static thing. So we just want to make sure that we don't get any of those spots all over the place. Now I'm also coming in, and I'm going to use the magnet that comes with it, and we are going to go ahead and we are going to use our Versamark, and that's how I'm going to adhere and get the it heat set. So I'm coming in, and I've got to make sure that this is really good and stamped. So and also stamped in the same position. So that's why I'm using a stamp positioner. And it's so important that what you do is you use that stamp positioner. And like I say, whether it's your retired Stamparatus, whether it's another type of a positioner, but you need to have a positioner in your when you're crafting, right? So I'm just going to go in, and this is my Chucky that one of my dear friend and her husband made for me. Unfortunately, Peggy's not with us anymore, but what a beautiful person she was. So she had sent it to me and then gave me the story behind this. So it was a man named Chuck that did this for his wife that had arthritis. So, but like I say, I'm going in and making sure that that's good and stamped, and I'm going to do it again because it looks to me on there that it's not stamped in that position. And I'll just go ahead. Now, I probably would have been better to position this over a little bit, but because of this particular technique, I want to make sure it's right in the corner, and it just makes it so much easier for me. So, yep, it's coming now. Is it quite? I'm just going to pick it up and just do it. It's easier to see when it's not Versamark, but I want to make sure that it's good. And you know what? One more for good time's sake, right? And like I say, this is right up in the corner there. Keep wanting to put that block in there. So how many have seen the negative positive technique before? Like I say, I've done it. This one is a bit of a twist with it. I'm hoping you have to be very careful. Yep, see, I've got it. You can see I've got it good and done. So let's just go in. We're going to get this heat set with the white embossing powder first, and then we'll go and work on the black one as well. I also use a piece of cardstock when I go and I put my white embossing paste on here because I don't like the static being on there from a spoon. A lot of people like me to use a spoon, but I really don't. Okay, and then I'm just going to come in and I'm going to use this one. Maybe I should put my glasses on. I might see a little bit better. So, oh my goodness. All right, so like I say, we're going to do this. I just want to make sure that that's right. It doesn't look too bad. And I was even going to do it when I do the other part. I was going to do it with black embossing powder. And I changed my mind on it because I kind of think that the black ink is a lot better on there. All right, so you want to heat up your heat emboss thing. If you're on here, don't be shy. I'd like to know where you're from. So we'll just heat set this. And once it's preheated, it's pretty easy to do it, to get it so it comes. I think this is one of my first techniques that I ever did was the heat embossing, and I just love heat embossing. It's almost done here. There we go. Okay, so that's the black one. So like I say, we're doing negative, positive. So let's come back in with that Stamparatus. And now I'm coming in with a piece, hello Marie, I'm coming in with a piece of the same size cardstock. It's 3 3/4 by 5. I'm going to put it right up into the corner. And I probably should clean this, but it's Versamark and I don't have a problem. I'm going to put it on with Memento. And we're going to get this good and black. And that's why I like the stamp positioner on here. So let's just get that going. from Roseville, California. Man, I think our fall is sure setting in now. Leaves are starting to drop. I think once the leaves are all dropped, I always find it very, very depressing. The trees are so ugly. I mean, we do have the beautiful fir trees and pine trees, but honestly, yeah. Let's just go in there and get that good and dark, and we're going to do it one more time as well. I know, Debbie, it's really too bad, but it is what it is. I do actually have a couple of extra ones that I could sell if somebody's in real desperate need. I do like the Stamparatus. I think it'll be very, very handy with our memory keeping. I still use it for classes and everything else. 86 degrees, oh my goodness. You know what, I can't even remember what that is in Celsius. One more for good luck, sure. I'm talking to myself, that's really bad. Oh geez, it was, when I woke up it was 8 degrees Celsius, so that's yeah, it's getting there. It's not freezing yet. I still have time to get my pond all ready. So there we go. Okay, so, and I'll just put that off to the side. So you can see, like I say, that these are exactly the same. They're in the same spot and everything else. Now, the other thing that you want to do is you want to decide. Now, the way I used to do the positively negative is I would take this and then I would just cut this right down the middle. But for a bit of variety, I want to show you something else that you can do with it. And this is why this one is positively negative with a twist. My goodness, I don't want to drop that stuff. So I am going to come in and I have one of my stylish shapes and I'm going to line these both up. Now remember, I had these both in the corner. So I'm going to make sure. Hello, Leslie from Sydney. Hoping to get down your way in March of next year. So what I'm thinking of is I want to die cut this piece here, and then you'll see how beautiful this is going to work. So I'm going to come in with my big cut and emboss machine with my well-loved plates. Whoops. Let me just move this out of the way. Look at how loved that is. It's so flat that that's the reason why I like using it. So we're going to make sure that that's good and tapped up to the corner. And then let's just put this right about there. And we're just going to, now, see how that just moved just a bit. I don't want that moving. Now I could go ahead and put Post-it note tape on to make sure that it doesn't move. But I'm going to try to do it without. Finding that Post-it tape is so much stickier than what it ever has been in the past. All right, so I'm just going to run that through. Now I could have used a bigger circle. I could have, a littler one wouldn't have worked. So we're just going to run it through back and forth. And I'm hoping that that dirtiness, look at that, came off from the plate. I don't know what gets on these plates, but honestly, so I'm just going to use this eraser. It's my sand eraser, and that's just taking, I should have cleaned off that. I thought that plate looked rather clean, didn't it? It looked clean. Anyways, so I'm just going to take that off, and then what I want to do is I just want to clean up this particular, that's not ink, it's glue residue or whatever. Okay, so then we have these two pieces that are just like this, and this is what I mean, you can make 2 cards out of this. So what you want to do is then line them up, and I've gone ahead and I've cut a layer for each one of these 1/4 of an inch larger. So this one's 4 by 5 1/4, and it's going to go on there, and then the black is 4 by 5 1/4, and it's going to go like this. And then we're going to come in with these pieces like this, and I'm going to line this one up and see how that's going to go in there, and that's the negative one, and then this goes like this for the black and white. Pretty cool, right? Oh yeah, I like it, but I find the Post-it note tape is kind of, it's so much stickier than what it's ever been before, and it's really kind of throwing me for a loop. Now there's a couple of different ways that you can do this. We could just go and put this on here just straight like this, or we could pop this up and put this down, or do this and pop this up. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to go down with this, and I'm going to put this one down, and then we'll pop it up. You know, it's funny, I got to tell you, I met Debbie at convention. Oh, how many years ago was that, Debbie? Judy, you haven't seen this? Yeah, I can't believe how long ago it was, and I was in a swap with you, and we did workshop swaps, right? And, okay, so I'm going to come with this one, and we're going to pop it up. So it just shows you the community of Stampin' Up, like, amazing. Judy, I think you're a demonstrator, too. Yeah, I've tried touching it with my jeans as well. Okay, so this one we're popping up, and yeah, I'm using lots of dimensionals on here just because I love using, and we don't want that popping down. Come in with my take your pick tool. There we go. Now we're going to get this good and lined up. Yes, but it's funny, where I was going with that is, it's funny how you can meet people and you don't forget people, and it's because of that fantastic Stampin' Up community. So if you're ever thinking about it, I would strongly suggest that you join us just for the community. Now, see, this is popped up, so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to come with this. Well, I'm glad I showed you this technique, and this one's with the twist, because like I say, it would have been just down there. All right, so this one is glued on there, and what we're going to do with this one is pop this one up. We're just doing a bit of a variation on it, is all we're doing. Like I say, you always, when you do this particular technique, you always end up with 2 cards. So we're getting a twofer. So there, one is popped down, and one is down, and one is up. Aw, thanks, Judy. You make so many wonderful friends from all over the world. And of course, with our International Stamp Camp, you know, I've met people in Australia, in the Netherlands, in the UK, in Europe. Yeah, it's amazing. All right, so then I have the things, the card bases. This is 5.5 by 8.5. And I'm just going to go ahead and we're going to put the black one on there. I love black and white cards, but I'm not going to put that on yet because we might do something else with it. I have this piece, and it's going to go on the corresponding black. Now, of course, we need to have a sentiment, and by having a sentiment, I almost feel like I've got to do embossing on here, but because I've done this part here, I'm almost afraid to do embossing on there. And when I mean that, what I mean by that is I don't want to go in and emboss on here and make an error. So thanks, Lila. Yeah, you could use any shape as long as it's in proportion. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to kind of make these a little bit different. So I really like the sentiments on here. Just a note to let you know that you're loved. Thank you for being you. Happy birthday. I don't really want, you know what I would like is a just because stamp. Do we have just because? I know we do. Trying to think where are those big stamps that say don't know why I can't find that. And I'm gonna find it. As soon as I'm done, I'll find it. Oh, look. I think this is a really good one. Thinking of you. And that's what I think I'm going to do. All right, so let's do that, thinking of you. And I'm going to come in. This is photopolymer, so I'm going to need my paper piercing mat. So I'm going to do thinking of you on both of these. Now, thinking of you, I could do that with a punch. Let's see. So many ideas go through this mind. And I think I could do it with this. So let me try this and see how it works. All right, so let's go with our thinking of you. Probably wish that I would do this. All right, Lila, take care. Oh, thanks. I'm gonna bring this up here. We're just gonna let that kind of set into the card. There we go. And I always say when you're doing a punch, you stamp first, then punch, right? So let's go there. So that can go right on there. And then let's go with the, this is a really pretty font. Didn't realize that. So let's go here. Thinking of you. Now this isn't going to show that much on the white. So what I'm going to do is also punch another one of these. And then we'll make a frame around there for the other one. So we're kind of doing the same of them, both of them together, right? There we go. All right, so on this particular one, I think what I can do is I can go like this. Okay, I'm going to do that. I'm going to stick that on there right away. Just like that. Get it straight, or try to. And then we're going to put this on with dimensionals. They're going to be just a tiny bit different. Now trying to think what would be a great embellishments to put on with these. Okay, so this is going to go, do I want it off to the side there or there? In the middle? No, I think I'll just do it a little offset because that's a little offset. This is going to go on that side. We're just going to bring that down like that. Now these can go on there like that. And then, I don't know what, almost wonder if I'd be better. We could do these ones. Oh, this will work. I found the one that'll work. These ones here, these are the sparkle gems. They're from the annual catalog and they'll work just great. So I think what I'll do is I'm going to come in with the silver on the black card. That, and put a bigger one up at the top. So that gives that look. And then this one, let's go down here. This one here. And then we can put another bigger one, and we can put that right about there. All right, so now we can go ahead and glue those on. Black and white matte dots. Do we still have those? I don't think we do. If we do, I don't have them. Okay, that goes there. Let's go ahead and put this on here. Oh, thank you. Make sure that you do that, Colette. Yes, these are going to be sympathy cards. If people are not feeling very well, there'll be those kind. Yes, for sure. And you know what? We all hate making those sympathy cards, right? And it's better to have those cards on hand instead of the other. Now, I do happen to have one for the inside, for the black, and then we can just go ahead and stamp that. And I think this one will be just perfect. And we're going to put that right on there. There's some beautiful sentiments that are on certain cards that we have out there. I think that, trying to think of the name of one of the stamps in it. I just love it. It's an online exclusive, I know that. You know what? I need to have this underneath. Now remember, this technique will be, thing will be downloaded into my Facebook group. I'm going to put that there. Oh, thank you, Leslie. Make sure that you hold this down and let it set. But like I say, 2 cards today. That's amazing for me. So this is going to go on the inside, on there, and then we've got this on the inside. So there's our cards for today, and that's doing the positively negative technique. This is the one with the twist. We've gone ahead and used this particular punch because it worked really well. And this Friends for Life. I mean, oh, thanks. It's a great stamp that's right there. And like I say, I didn't even see that when I first started using it. So, wow, that's amazing. All right, you guys. So, if you like that, give me the thumbs up. Share my video. I really do appreciate it when you do that. If you live in Canada, I'd love to be your demonstrator. I'd love to help you join this fantastic community of Stampin' Up. Like I say, how come did I meet Debbie from the States? I mean, it's all through Stampin' Up. All right, you guys. What else can I say? I will be back tomorrow, 3 o'clock Pacific time. That'll be where I do my mystery challenge. The clues will be posted at noon tomorrow. Now, my mystery challenge is not a typical mystery challenge. My mystery challenge is where I basically, I will give you 3 items and you'll do a card with those 3 items, and the samples are amazing. All right, you guys, remember to create because it's great for the soul, and we will talk to you